All right, guys. Thanks. Here's Marcel Harris. Got evaluated for a stinger. He did return, though. Trent Williams had an elbow sprain. He returned also. Go ahead.
What about Josh Norman? Did he get shaken up at all?
No, we went with Dante after that PI.
How would you evaluate the way Trey played in this game?
I think he did some real good things. Obviously, besides that, the bad interception, I thought he protected the ball real well. I mean, that was a big thing going into this game. And he did a good job on all those except for one play. I think he was very efficient, just looking at his numbers and things like that. That big play at the end was huge, and for the most part, he made some pretty good decisions running the ball.
Did you open up the playbook for him in this game, definitely as opposed to the Arizona game?
I mean, I get the question, but that's just not really how we look at it. I mean, there's a game plan, so it's a 1 week playbook. Our game plan going into the Arizona game was pretty opened up too. I know we ran it more, but we also had a lot of shots down the field that sometimes weren't there. This one was pretty similar, especially it was eerie, some of those early ones, not getting those, the 3rd and 2 and the 4th and 1, and then the next 4th and 1. But no, I didn't see it totally different.
Right at the end of the first half, where you guys did push down through the last 30 seconds, whatever you had. What went into the decision to sort of push it in? How important was that?
I mean, we wanted to score before the end of the half. We knew we were getting it to start the third. It's a situation we always talk about. It's how we always want it to be, where you try to lap someone and score twice. Once we got it back, we got close enough and got a little dicey there at the end. We were trying to get it 5 yards closer, and we were willing to throw it out of bounds just for the field goal, but we had the false start and then that close to pick that Ayuk did a hell of a job catching that. It was great to finish it with a field goal.
Did you take a look at just now at the end of the New Orleans game? Were you kind of paying attention to if you guys could have clinched, and what do you think going forward?
I can't lie. I did just watch the last 30 seconds. Wasn't real fun to watch. It's pretty simple for us. I think our playoffs, I kind of thought going into this game that they started today because I had a feeling that was going to go like that, and it did, and I'm just glad we took care of business. So we got our second playoff game next week.
He seemed much more efficient at the end of the first half and in the second half. Was it like, did you feel like him settling into it a little bit more? Was it a little bit kind of amped up at the beginning?
Yeah, I think everyone is. I mean, not just for Trey, but all quarterbacks are like that. I thought his first pass, we missed a protection, so he wasn't able to do that, and he got out of the pocket pretty good on it. But it took our whole – we were just a little off on offense. It took us a while to get going, and it wasn't just one guy in particular. Everyone had their turn. The fourth down calls, and I think were good plays. There wasn't much there for the guys on it. And it kind of felt like that all day, but I was surprised just looking at the final stats, the yards and stuff. You get 7 yards of play, you're doing some good things, but it just took a while to feel that way. And I thought the defense and the special teams played real well, holding them to 3 yards of play on defense. Special teams, we've been down here over this last month and at least felt like that was one of our better games in a while, which I think that allowed us to be more comfortable on offense, start to get into a rhythm and not really press and just let it happen naturally.
Did Jimmy end up throwing yesterday or today? How close was he to playing this game, and what's the plan moving forward?
I don't know if he threw today. I didn't even ask. Just talking to him yesterday, I had a pretty good idea that we weren't going to even push it today. I think he'll be able to do it this week. Still, that's just me giving you guys an honest guess. Hopefully we'll have a better idea by Wednesday.
So he did throw yesterday?
No, he ended up not throwing yesterday. Yeah.
I know you don't have to announce anything until the game, but given what you've seen from Trey, does he have a chance to be the starter next week, regardless of Jimmy's situation?
I mean, if Jimmy's 100% healthy and could do everything, perfect, then, I would definitely go with Jimmy. I'm not just going to throw a guy in after one game like this when Jimmy's been doing it for us all year. I think it's going to be hard for Jimmy to be 100%, which is how most people are right now at this time of year. But Trey did a good job. If Jimmy can't go, we won't hesitate at all. But if we feel Jimmy can go and play confident, then Jimmy will be out there.
Does Jimmy need to be 100% for you to feel comfortable playing him?
No. Yeah, no one on our roster really needs to be 100%.
With the touchdown to Debo, the same play from the preseason as the one to Sherfield, but on the other side?
Yeah, similar. Yep, same type of concept.
And the interception was similar, maybe?
No, that was a different play. That was that's something where we hit. Yeah, it was a different play. but he definitely he went to it versus the wrong coverage. We had to check it down in the back or throw it away out of bounds to the back. Tried to force it in there to Kittle, which might have had a chance if it was a perfect ball, but it wasn't, and just wanted to pull back.
What did you say to Lance at halftime?
Nothing. Just talked to the team and asked the offense if they were ready to play yet, because it wasn't that we weren't trying. We just felt like we hadn't got going yet, and we were pumped that we were going to start with the ball, and we were really happy that there was still another half to play.
Elijah Mitchell set a record today for rookie rushing yards. What difference does he make to your offensive?
It's huge. I mean, I love all our backs, but Elijah has played at another level this year. And when he's in there, I mean, we're very efficient. We always get at least what it's blocked for, and you guys just see how good he reads those gaps. And when it seems crowded, he seems to find a way to get through there. And it was a hell of an accomplishment today. They just told me right before we broke the team down that he set that record, and messed with him. That would have been a lot easier if he was here the last month, but. He's battled through some tough injuries this year, and he's, for a rookie in the spots he's in, play 3 of this year, he had to replace his first run for us was, I think, like play 30 versus the Raiders in the last preseason game. And by play 3 versus Detroit, he had to replace our captain and our starting running back, and he's done a hell of a job throughout the whole year of that.
Could you see the growth that Lance has made from his first career start to now? I know you talked about how he's done it in practice, but did you see it today?
I mean, yeah, but it's not. I thought he was all right then too. I mean, he played quarterback. This was his second game, so when you look at 2 games, there's a lot of good in it, a lot of bad too, and that's stuff that you evaluate and coach, and that's how it is for every quarterback. But when you only have 2 games to go off, you talk about those a lot more, which is good for us to have that. We can coach him a lot more off these 2 games, but it was also fun having him as the guy for the whole week too.
We don't have an injury question for you.
Congrats.
Sorry about that. There were back-to-back calls that, I don't know if they're charitable or how you describe them, but Marcel's interception and non-fumble and then the pass interference, did you view those as excellent calls?
Those were 2 of the best calls I've seen this year. No, I felt Marcel made a hell of a play, and then I did feel we were very fortunate that kept going. I think that was the one, but I made it back for him. I mean, I went for it on 4th and 1, so we never scored. So that was one that I wish I didn't kick the field goal there.
Do you need to make a decision about your quarterback situation internally by Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever you're installing the game plan, even if you don't let us know, or is it something that you could let linger as the week goes on?
I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you don't have to do anything. I mean, if it's Jimmy's feeling 100% and you know that right away on a Monday, then it makes it very simple. I mean, you can dedicate all of that to it, but even when he is like that every other week, we still have plans on what if he does get hurt in the week, what happens, packages we've always had for Trey situationally. But I don't think that's going to be the case. We got to see how he plays throughout the week, and we got to be ready for both, similar to how we were this week.
The fact that Trey got hurt after that first game with the knee sprain and he ran the ball out, did that play into how you wanted to use him this time around?
No, I mean, definitely not trying to ever get anyone hurt, but that happens on drop back plays and pass plays a lot. It's just how this game went.
How does it impact your, rhythm when you have a new quarterback, and especially one with a different style?
I mean, I enjoy it. But I think it's not just for the individual; it's for the whole team. So you're always trying to call plays to win a game, and you do that with lots of thoughts in mind, like how the other team's offense is, how our defense is doing, what's the rhythm of the game. Also, how to help your quarterback, how to get the ball to people like Kittle, to Debo, how to stick with the run. I mean, there's so much stuff that goes into it, and that's why whenever you have different players, it's not just me. It takes everyone a little bit of a rhythm to feel how are we moving together, and that's why it's always an adjustment. That's why when you can string together weeks of guys staying healthy and playing with the same group, that's kind of, I feel like, when players take off, when coaches take off. But it's football, so that stuff rarely does happen. And having a different quarterback in there is different, but I think everyone does get used to it as it goes, and especially me too.
You guys always talk about the way Jimmy bounces back from interception. You like the way he handles himself and it always comes back. Did you look at Trey? Did you get a measure of Trey after the interception? And what did you see?
Yeah, the 2 games with Trey, where he's started and finished the games, and the 7 days of having him in that spot going through the whole week. I mean, nothing's too big for him. I mean, he's a competitor. He enjoys playing football. He enjoys working at it. I think he really enjoys the moments, and I think it's been hard for him not playing a ton this year. And when he's out there, you know we got a guy who the guys can follow, and now it's up to Trey and us and just to keep working with him and pushing him each week here. And when this offseason starts, continuing to go even harder with it.
Did you know the child that came up to you on the sideline?
That scared the hell out of me. It threw me off so bad I didn't know what was going on. And now I feel bad. I wish I pounded the kid and because respect, I don't know how he got down there, but I was just looking at my call sheet and I hear a soft voice in front of me saying, "Holy cow, Kyle Shanahan." And I didn't know if it was my son at first or what, but it startled me a little bit. And then I realized it was a kid I've never seen a kid run on the field. So then I said, "Wow, man, how'd you get down here?" And then security got him. I wish I was able to give him something or something. All right, guys. Thanks.